What's going on, everyone? Yeah, I know it's been a while since I posted, since I live stream. I've just been really busy with school and, all that. So I literally had zero time to really sit down and play and do stuff and post videos. But I'm posting this controller video because I've had it for a while and I think it's just time. Now, on this one, my controller wasn't charging properly at all, no matter like if I moved up or down, when you play with the wire. So I decided to take my older controller out, the tape wire inside, which you're just gonna have to unscrew these, and you'll see, I'll show you in the video, and there's a white tape wire. So I took that one out of my old controller and put it in this one to see if that was the issue, and it was. So it was just the wire that was worn out, and that was pretty much it. But also it can be this little green chip where it actually connects, right? That little metal piece on the inside is actually the chip itself. It's like 10 bucks, like the tape wire and the chip on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. But if you have an older controller, someone can donate you a controller, I recommend doing that, taking that tape wire out and at least trying it to see if that's the issue, because that can be worn out and it's not connecting properly. If it's not, and you want to spend a couple extra dollars, buy the set with the green chip. That way you can replace the whole thing and everything's new for when you charge it. And of course, if it doesn't work, it may not. None of these issues or solutions may work. Then you're gonna have to buy a new controller. That's just how it is. But yeah, hopefully it does help. Hopefully, you learn something from the video. If you found a different way, always post it in the comments so it can help other people as well. But in the video too, you're gonna see me wearing blue gloves. The reason why, because back in the day, I was working on my car and I had just a ton of grease on my fingers, so I just threw the gloves on. It's like a little extra touch. But other than that, hopefully you enjoy. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button, commenting, sharing with everybody, and of course hitting that subscribe button if you enjoy the video. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be doing is taking out the 4 screws which are in the back of the controller. Now, before you actually do that, you do need the screwdriver, which is a small screwdriver right here on the right. Now you can get these like Home Depot or Walmart, like in a little pack. But yeah, so as you can see, these little 4 screws in the back, we're gonna be taking those out. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I mean, obviously if you have 3 or 2 because you lost some or whatever, it's not really a big deal, but we'll start by taking them off. Okay, so next we're gonna be opening up the controller. Now it's usually this little bottom piece, this line right here. You just kind of pull down on that bottom part and it should open up, or kind of like crack open, even though it sounds like it's gonna break. It's just the plastic's kind of together, so you kind of just gotta pry it apart until it, pulls open, just like that. So after you open the controller, I like to keep it face down, and the reason is just because this battery right here is not really attached to anything. So like if you had it the other way, it would kind of just fall and hang. It's pretty much just an annoying thing. It's just something I do. I just keep it facing down so it doesn't bother me. But we're gonna be taking out this wire right here, this tape wire, the white one. You're just gonna reach down as low as you can and just pop it out. So this is the tape wire that can be an issue, as well as the chip, but I'll show you really quick too, close up. Now if you see these little ridges right here, just pretty much just that's how it can be worn out. If it's just overused, especially if you've taken your controller apart before, like the little prongs inside can be like sticking out and just worn out, and they're not connecting properly pretty much. So I'm gonna replace that one, but I'm not gonna necessarily replace the green chip, but I'm gonna show you how to take it out. So let's get started on that. So before you pull out the wire, just make sure it's the same way, facing, up or down when you're pulling out. So the blue tab's facing up, and if you turn it over, you're gonna see the prongs, like the kind of metal things I was showing you earlier. Sometimes if you face it up and you put it in compared to how it was before, like blue facing up, then your controller might not charge. So just make sure it's the exact same way you put it back in as when you took it out. So as I mentioned before, the green chip could be worn out too, so you might have to replace that, but I didn't have to. But I'm gonna show you how to get to it anyway. So we're gonna start by taking the plastic piece off, this white one. There's a flat edge and like a rough edge, so the flat edge usually faces the other side. But you can always go back to the video and rewatch it to see, how you take it out or put it back in. And then we'll get that out of the way. And the next one is this plastic piece, this clear plastic piece. You just kind of pull it out. It's kind of hooked in and then pushed down, so it has a hook And then, so the piece you put in right there and the hook on the left, you'll see it when you get close to it. You know what I'm talking about. And then this piece kind of just falls out, but it goes, the edges of it, as you can see, has edges on it. So it's gonna be facing down, just exactly the same way like that. So the edges are gonna be facing in towards the outside, not facing in towards the controller, if that makes sense. So if you bring it in close, or we can, you know, bring the controller, as I bring it closer, you can see that I have one screw. I mean, I don't know if there was two, but on that one, all you have to do is pretty much just undo that screw, and that metal piece is part of it. That's the charging part. So you just undo that screw, and then you just pull it out pretty much, and that tape is just holding it down, the electrical tape. So yeah, take that out and put it back in. And online, there's different sizes, so you can kind of see which one you have when you order it. And yeah, once it's the way it looks, because there's different ones, you know, you order it and then bring it back and see if it works. But it's usually this or that wire that's kind of worn out, but try both. You know, if you want to spend a little extra money just to do that before a controller, go ahead. If not, you know, just end up by buying a whole new controller. We're going to put it back together, so you can always slow down the video if you want. I'm going to speed it up here. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this.